Jackets will kick it away to start. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense has the ball first today. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with a huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Line getting set on second down. They feed him again. Thrust that arm out. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, the ground game. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
They'll ride Davis here. Got the first down. Looking for more. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right on the money. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. The 11th play of this opening drive. They face a 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it.
Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Back to throw, it's Woodhead. He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
The give to the back. Turning it on! Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. And the Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the air, it's Woodhead. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Bryant. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Leaves it with the running back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. And the Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll ride the hot hand, fighting off the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Oh, they're after him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bryant. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I think for the quarterback, he's going so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys up, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Back to throw time, running short in the half. They'll run the screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense was onto something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. One more snap coming before halftime. The give to Davis. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Yellow Jackets have it with a first and goal. They want to throw it. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They're going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and if you go big, I'm going big. I'm going to bring an extra defensive lineman. I'm going to bring in my big physical linebackers. I'm expecting run. This is what they've done. This is what you do on this part of the field, so I'm going to play aggressive on defense.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the 1. Go straight ahead. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And the Bulldogs buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. They'll ride Davis here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Right back to the well. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's piled up 87 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the back. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game. On that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
They'll run it. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Puts it out of the air. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. Pushes ahead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll run it here on third and goal. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bryant. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast. Get to the back, get them on the ground quickly.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Leaves it with the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cano. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Georgia sends out the punt team. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
Quick completion to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Dogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Woodhead. Good timing on the quick out. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. The offense set for a 1st down play. They want that clock to run. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. And the Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build them.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Using his legs, it's Hatchett. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere. But you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get...
Oh, he's got some space. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his tight end. hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They just keep firing. Going over the top. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Ballman, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent and went